I was born in 1961 in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. My mother was Grace Kulchiski, my father was Harry. Actually, his original name was Wolfgang Heinrich Cassel when he escaped from Nazi Germany in 1938 as a 7-year-old kid. But that's another story. Mom and Dad split up in 1966 and went their separate ways. My mom became a pinup girl in a band, first with the 2+2 doing Motown hits, then with the Collage doing hippie music in 1968. My dad got into rubber. Over the next several years, there were lots of pictures of me sitting down until 1975 when I stood up as a 7-time gold medal figure skater and was run over by a 1967 Rambler with 4 old people in it. So then I got into school plays, and by 1980 I had left home to go and play on the streets of the world. I got a gig as a mime introducing people to ATM cards and machines. I produced my own season of 4 shows and did a lot of teaching. I started building masks and puppets, then I met Christine, and together we were punk mimes. I produced more shows, and in 1982 I joined the Nebulous Rebels and did avant-garde performance in cafes and clubs. We opened a theater facility called the Ion Center and organized tours through art galleries. In 1984 I created the Cosmic Garbage Bin, which toured for 7 years in Canada and then later in Australia for 3 years, all the while collecting a great deal of enthusiastic reviews, critiques, and articles saying how great it all was. Then I changed direction and got into multimedia so that I could start walking around in front of video projections and wrapping myself up in paper. I created a dreamscape with some still figures called the Windwalkers and toured Indian communities. For phasers, I invented a moving acrobatic ladder. Precision explored rhythmic acrobalance and tumbling. In Edmonton, I opened the multi-purpose rumpus room theater laboratory. Reasonable Facsimile explored learning through personal computing before PCs and Macs had been invented. People said I was being weird. So I wrote Hotcha Schmarzinski, the one-man parade, and learned how to do a lot of tricks like setting fires and looking cool. I even did it on figure skates. After collecting more newspaper, I made a big dragon show and did an opera. Then I wrote Hotch's 3D TV and started traveling around the world to places like the South Pacific, Asia, and Europe. Then I went to Australia and I won Best Act at Coffs Harbour. So I went back to Canada and did Fritz and Otto with Rex Boyd, and we were awarded Best Act in Kingston. In Australia, I opened Sticky Planet Motion Picture Studios and made the films Plug Goes In, Space Commander Comics, the short feature Neuter Bisley, and the music video Bus. Then I went back to Europe where I put all my stuff on a bike and rode around looking for shows, collecting more newspaper, trying to stay upright when, all of a sudden, Rotterdam, 1995 European Outdoor Performer of the Year. So I took the big gold rock and Space Commander was born. I bought a bus, collected more newspaper, performed on stages, in parks, on streets, flailed about like a madman, put things up my nose, flew through the air, climbed on my public, and dropped into shows from boats and buildings. Back in Australia, Cassel started being a comedy duo and created the films Vietnam, Splato's Brain, Search for Spike, and touring shows Grand Prix, Safety Squad, CanCom, and The George Bass Story. In 1997, I directed a Theater of Chase version of Alice that took place in a stem cell laboratory located in a beautiful park on a beautiful island. Then I made the films 5 Biospheres and Finding Timmy Hart. In 2000, I created Time Shifter, my first interactive performance internet film hybrid at the Science Works Museum. Then we made the film What Do You Do? Sid and Lena was an extreme circus vaudeville cabaret show that had lots of exciting circus stunts and comedy gags. Then we went to Iceland, in Return of Houdini. I played a klutz named Marcel. I then went to Poland to collaborate on Quad with Ivona Galarska. In 2006, I went to Australia and then to Belgium to train some actors to go to Japan to do my show The Agency, which we then did in Poland. Then it was back to Belgium for Fate's Hits Car. I'm now working on